gag is we all are. We are all regurgitating information as objective truth. And we all got that information from our government. I follow a content creator here. And again, this is going to go over so many people's head, but I feel like the people in the place to hear this will hear it. And the people who are not are going to be in my comment section. And respectfully, I will remove you. Okay? We are all regurgitating false information because we each got our information from the same place. We all got our information from the same place. We got it from the same politicians. We got it from the same books. We got it from the same documentaries. All of the things that we think we know is what we have been allowed to know. We have all been living under the false premise of freedom. We have never been free. We have never been free. I follow a content creator here. She does a lot of spiritual content. And when I tell you she had her page full of research from African spirituality to ancestral to decoding the Bible to doing all the things, I'm talking about in depth. And I'm going to tag her here. In depth. And I was really fucking with her content. Now, a lot of her content was about deconstructing Christianity, right? So a lot of us who were raised in the Christian faith are deconstructing that faith and trying to really get black people out of this Christian faith, but really all of us should be out of it, but specifically about black people. And she made a video and she said, I took all those videos down because I realized none of that is true. Every religious practice, whether you practice Judaism, you're from the Islam practice, you're practicing Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu, or whatever. And this is going to be hard for people to hear and believe because this is how deeply indoctrinated we all are. That all of it is a lie. All of it is a lie. And I remember having this thought, and I probably had this thought last year, that I have never had a thought outside of my programming. You have never had a thought outside of your programming. And whatever that programming is, whether you've been programmed through religion, you've been programmed through education, you've been programmed through, like, none of us have had a thought outside of our conditioning and programming. Do any of you remember the story of Babel in the Bible, right? And the story of Babel goes this way. It's that the people figured out, like they wanted to get to heaven to see this God they were told to worship. And so they came together and started working to get to heaven. And God saw this. Now, God is a metaphor for governments. But God saw this. And what he did was confuse the people by having them speak different languages so they no longer understood one another. God is our government. The working together was us. And our Babel, the different languages, is the different ideologies we have all been conditioned into. Some of us became Jews. Some of us became Muslims. Some of us became Christians. Some of us saw ourselves as black. Some of us saw ourselves as white. Some of us saw ourselves as gay. Some of us saw ourselves as straight. Some of us saw ourselves as rich. Some of us saw ourselves as poor. The Bible talks about Babel being about different languages. But I believe we have been babbled into different ideologies. And so because we've been babbled into different ideologies, we no longer see each other as one working towards getting at the government. The same way they were working to get to God, right? The people were working to get at the government, understanding who the rule was. And then we all got babbled into different beliefs. So where you think they're regurgitating false information and they think you're regurgitating false information, but both of the information that you have and they have are coming from the same source. Same source. In this country, we know what we are allowed to know. And I don't care how deep your research go. Every book you could pick up, every book you could read, every documentary that you have watched is because you've been allowed to see it. And it works to have us believing all these different things, right? That the right is the right group. The left is the right group. The Christians are the right. It benefits them that we're babbled. Because as long as we're babbled, we're fighting each other and not trying to get at the government or, in the story of Bible, at the God. So when I say the thing that connects us, the humanness of who we are, has always been about humanity, been about empathy, in our humanity, rooted in that. And that's why empathy for a lot of y'all feels like, just be nice. And it's so much deeper than that.